happy new month from me to you, and you're welcome to AJOKE'S vlog. My name is Àjóké, and for the new guys, I am a student presently living in China, the northern part of China. I am a student, and please pause a minute, subscribe. Thank you guys. Okay, today we will be talking about the mindset and the power of healing. The mindset and the power of healing. Okay, a lot happened from January 1st to the 31st of January. We had earthquake news. We had China dealing with coronavirus. We are still here, and God has been so faithful. And then COVID passed, Lassa fever in Nigeria, and a lot of things happened in January, and it touched me somehow. Yeah, one more thing. There is a case in Nigeria that a woman was, Mariam Sanda, was sentenced to death for killing her husband, and everything. I've been following the news, and everything came together, and it sank in my head, and I began to think on a lot of things. I took stock of some part of my life, and I asked myself, if I am going to die today, it's not even about heaven and hell. Will I really rest in peace? Like when they say, oh, RIP, rest in peace, do people that actually die, do they really rest in peace? Like, even if there was no heaven, if there was no hell, if there was no judgment, like if it would be like the condition of the mind, the condition of the heart, of the soul, of the atmosphere around us as humans, and then when we pass, it dictates the situation we will find ourselves in the outer life, maybe resting in peace or not resting in peace. And I just thought about healing. A lot of people, myself inclusive, have been through situations, I've experienced a whole lot of stuff that we told ourselves we've moved on from. You know, it's easier to say, oh, someone broke my heart, I was in a relationship, the love was not going on, and then he broke my heart or she broke my heart. I was married and he was cheating, and then he broke my heart and I moved on. Aside these things, we've experienced some things that we tell ourselves we've moved on from, but we might as well say we've moved on, but did we heal? And if we healed, did we fully, totally heal from this pain, from these experiences, from this situation? Did we really heal? Like, we say, oh, I'm over it, but it's one thing to be over something, it's one thing to heal the pain of something, but then we don't really see the difference. We just say, oh, I've moved on. A lot of people keep moving on from abusive relationships to find themselves in another abusive relationship. A lot of people moved on from having bad parents to making bad choices, to having bad friends, and eventually marrying a bad and a wrong spouse. A lot of people said, I've moved on from losses and bad investments to moving on to bankruptcy, again in another investment. We moved on. We learned the lesson. But did we truly, truly, truly heal? Did we heal? Can we say the stories from a place of being a survivor? Can we say the stories from a place of love and not of hate towards the people that hurt us? Can we say this story as a conqueror, a winner, and not a victim? Can we tell these stories in a way that shows our strength and not our and not to get pity rather? Some can, most of us can't. We haven't truly forgiven these people for hurting us. We still give them the power to hold us captives even as years and years and years keep evolving and our ages keep changing. We still have this idea in our head that shapes our present, even though the present we are trying to shape for ourselves is not God's ultimate will for us. We've let hurt, pain, disappointment, betrayals of over the years define us, not who we really are, not who God wants us to really be. Okay, I'm no saint. It's just us together, you guys and myself in this. I was taking stock of my life and I realized that I really don't have a good relationship with some family members, and I felt I was trying to avoid them from hurting me again. And there is nothing bad in that to some extent, but I really realized that the more I talk about them, the more I try to put a gap between us. The gap is getting too wide that it is coming from a place of hate. I haven't healed. Even when I have grown, I've moved on, everything seems fine. We say hello, hi, we party, but then I have not truly healed. And healing is a mindset. Healing is a process, and it starts from a mindset. The mindset of healing is acknowledging the fact that you've been hurt, talking to yourself about it, analyzing the issues like what I used to do. I sit back and analyze issues. Why did this person hurt me this bad? What are my own faults? What are my lapses? What did I not do right that made this person hurt me this bad? What did I not give enough, or what did I give too much that brought this whole thing? And I just talk to myself for as long as I can. I try to process it. I try to just weigh the pros and cons, but some of us, we want to live in denial. We want to live in denial that we have been hurt. We try to tell you, oh, I'm bigger than that, I'm stronger than that. But these little feelings have a way of staying deep rooted in us as unforgiveness, and we will not heal. I understand that there's some things people would do to you that you don't just outrightly say, I've forgiven this person, and you act as if nothing happened. Something happened, and we would not deny that something happened. And you should not deny that you've not truly forgiven this person. So this is what I basically do when I try to figure out that I'm still dealing with pain, I'm still dealing with unforgiveness towards somebody. I pray. Everybody might not be like me, but this is what works for me. It might not work for you, but I'm just trying to say, because some people might be confused and want to try to just get off this load of their minds, get this baggages, this pain, this disappointment of their mind, and truly move on, healed, like a very, very whole, sane, healed person. So this is it. I pray. I don't, when it comes to me that I've not truly forgiven this person, I'm dealing with pain from this incident. Anytime, I might not be able to pray immediately, I would not lie. Sometimes I cry, sometimes I get messed up for days that I can't even pray. But when I try to find my vibe back to God, my prayer vibe, I just pray and I acknowledge the fact that I remember this thing and I'm still hurting. Like, it's still hurting me, and I just say, okay, God, please help me. Give me the grace. It's not like it's easy to forgive some people or some experiences that we had, and I just pray, God, please, at this time, I just need your grace to forgive this person for this moment and for this moment. And I keep praying like that anytime it comes to my mind, and before you know it, it fades away sometimes. And then another thing is that while you pray, the people you are even praying about, especially if they are family, they don't understand that they are hurting you. They will keep doing things to drive you mad. Like, that is just the genesis and the revelation of the whole thing. Just try to do things that would drive you mad, and then it takes a conscious effort on your own path. God will not do that for you, to tell yourself, I want to move on from this. I want to move on from this. I want to forgive these people. I want to get better. I don't want to be held down in a place by what they do, because their actions should not define my progress. I have the liberty to soar. I have the liberty to run, to walk, and not be stagnant. They should not hold me down. I have to take hold of my freedom, of the sanity of my mind, of my spiritual wellness that leads to my physical wellness. So basically, they keep doing things and you just tell yourself, nah. You know, there was a time I was telling someone, he did something to me, and I just looked at him. His family were like, devil, not today. It felt really bad that I said devil, not today, but then I felt, you don't know I'm praying to forgive you. You don't know I'm praying to overcome what you did to me, and you're still doing it again. No, not today. No, not today. So, and another thing is that while you are healing, or while in the process of healing, you should hone your own happiness. You know, people tend to others because we give them too much of our happiness. We put them in charge of our lives. So as you get out, you don't shut people out outrightly, but you try to take back the power to some extent of what you've given to them, so that you can use that power to stand at this point and to get better. You have to own your own happiness. You have to do the things that make you happy. I am an unrepentant, everlasting foodie. Like, I just eat. I just love food. Food is therapy for me. So I just cook myself something I'm craving, something that comes to my mind, and put on music. And while I eat, I just vibe like that. So you have to take charge of your own happiness. That is for people that are hurting from maybe breakups and all that. But let's talk about grief. We all lose loved ones at some point in our lives, and people will just tell you, oh, cry. When you cry, you feel better. But sometimes you cry and you don't feel better. Sometimes the pain goes deeper than people can understand. Like, I have people that passed on years that I still have conversations with them in my head. I still sit down and imagine them sitting in front of me, and I talk to them as if they are real. I'm not mad. I have not yet healed. I've not yet accepted the fact that they are not here with me. They are somewhere resting or doing whatever they want to do. Now, people think that when you are hit with grief, you just move on, you just put yourself back into the system and do the things you want to do, and that is the end of it. Healing is a process. Don't let anybody force you to grieve. Grieve at your own space. Grieve at your own space. But I realized that the more you talk about these people, the more it loosens the pain, the threshold of pain. It relaxes it. And then this is one thing I do. Basically, sometimes I really don't talk about them in past tense. I don't know if it's weird or it's okay. I don't talk about them in past tense. I try to bring them back into the present, my present. I try to do things that are worth their memories, and then sometimes it drives me mad when I begin to forget what they look like. Like you're trying to hold your memories back together, and then time just fades off. And this is what I rush to their Facebook page. I pick up my phone, saved in one hidden file. I check the pictures all day. I make it my I make it my screensaver or something. I just do that, and I pray. And this is me. I run with memories. Like this person would not want me to just be a failure. I turn it into a kind of motivation to fuel my dreams, to push me. So there are people that are yet to heal from grief. There are people that have been abused, people that have been hurt. And there are people that are just bringing a blend of both together. But one thing is, you have to heal, my dear. You have to heal. Because I realized that a lot of people, I wrote something recently like an average Christian woman. I'm a Christian. An average Christian woman is toxic, because I did a follow-up on a Christian online group, and I realized that these people have just so much venom. They just come upon your post, they spit venom, they judge you. I'm like, does your pastor knows you are showing this? And some of them are just so envious. Like you tell them, oh, somebody is doing a public display of affection, they will tell you, oh, it will end in tears. It will do. I'm like, wait, you guys just calm down. And I just took a survey. I'm like, this is not about this person. This might not even about this person's marriage. This person is projecting unconsciously a lifetime of unhealed pains that has become his or a reality on the other person. And then I told myself that if we do not truly heal, if our generation don't accept that some of us have not truly healed, some of us are dealing with unforgiveness that has led us into bitterness, that has turned into hatred, then the sons and the daughters we would raise will be called the sons and the daughters of anger. Because we would raise them to be really, 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 the double portion of the toxicity in us is what we would give. Because if we don't have love, there's no way we can give love. We can pretend to give love, but it's not love, it's the seed. There will still be loopholes. And then the Bible says love, the perfect love, casts out fear. How many of us are in relationships and we truly and totally trust that our spouses would not hurt us, even though they would hurt us? But then we have this eating thing of bringing, some people would even marry, meet, relate, have friends, good people, but because they are not yet healed, they bring it to spoil their present. Seriously. I don't know even if I make sense, but please take stock of your life. Heal. If not for yourself, for the future, for the people that are innocent that you would meet, for the man that would marry you, the woman that will marry you, so that you would not psychologically, emotionally, or physically, or domestically abuse your kids. Some of us as kids are psychologically, mentally abused by our parents, because our parents too were abused. They were abused by their own parents, and they felt it is home training, but it is abuse. And then they felt, oh, it's home training. So we begin to bring down a generation of toxic, of broken people, broken minds but whole body. Please, whatever it is, you can get over it. And not just moving over literally, like truly. The Lord is our strength. There is grace for everything. All we have to do is ask. And I'm sorry for whatever it is you're battling with, be it abuse, be it grief, the loss of a loved ones, be it financial instability, be it failure, academical failure. I'm really truly sorry about what it is. And I want to tell you, the Lord did not bring you this far to let you down. It did not. And sometimes some of those blessings that we truly, really crazily badly want, those blessings are available, but the odds, the pain, the toxic environment that we have would not let us see it. And it's not now. God will not give you a blessing and force you to accept it. So I pray we truly heal. I pray we find joy. I pray we do not just be happy, but truly find joy. And when we find the joy, we own it, we live it, we breathe it, we radiate it, and we would not give it up to anybody again. I call you blessed, and please do subscribe, like, and comment. I so much love to hear from you. And for us in China at this time of corona, please, let's just keep at washing our hands, using the nose guards when we are out. And I know the Lord will keep us. God, it's just God that can keep us now. And the